Hello students, welcome to a quick guide to annotation. This video is meant to answer the question, what is annotation? You've probably heard that term before because we use it here in the Writing Center when we give you your DLA packet. We ask that you annotate the text that comes along with your packet. So what does that mean? We've got a definition here. Annotation is an active reading strategy to help you stay engaged in the reading process and retain information in the text. If you're like me, you've probably experienced a time when you've read a big long section of text and then you get to the end of it and you look back and think, what did I just read? Your brain has checked out at some point along the way. Your eyes are still decoding the word on the page, but you're not recalling any of the information. You're not retaining it. So annotation is one way that we can combat that, one way that we can work against it and help you remember and commit this information to memory. So annotations are made up of highlighting, circling, underlining, and adding notes and comments to the margins of your page as you're reading. One question that we are asked a lot is, how do I annotate? So we're going to give you some ideas today of how to get started with annotation. But it's important to note that there's not one right or wrong way to complete annotations. You can practice some of the strategies that we're presenting here and then find what works for you. And the more you annotate, the more you'll get a feel for what works for you and what you like. So here are some ideas. You can underline the main idea in each section, highlight learning objectives or end of chapter summary notes provided by the author, use some system of symbols or color coding that works for you. For example, I like to highlight unknown words in one color and the main idea in another color and things that are interesting to me in another color. Other ideas include circling important words like key vocabulary, underlining main idea or key idea, drawing arrows to connect related items, numbering steps in a process or items in a list, and again, using symbols like question marks, exclamation points, asterisks, or make up your own to identify important areas or things that you want to refer back to later. Here's an example of an annotated text, and because everybody is online learning this semester, we've done digital annotations as the example. So this is something that's been created in Word, and if you need some guidance on how to complete digital annotations, the Writing Center has you covered. We've got videos for that too. You can also annotate by hand. If you print out your readings, you can just do all of this by circling on the actual paper and writing your handwritten notes in the margins. But this is an example of digital annotation. You'll notice a few things. The purpose for the reading has been identified here. There are margin notes for reaction. Wow, that's really interesting. Or things to clarify. So this note here is clarifying, what is the C-suite? Oh, they're talking about a CEO or a CFO, really high level positions within an organization. I've got unknown terms in this text highlighted in yellow. That's just what works for me. You'll see questions are added next to the turquoise highlighted section. So here's something that I thought was not supported by the author. He makes this claim and I didn't feel he added enough support, so I put a question in next to the item. And then I identified the author's argument here. That was my purpose, figure out what the author's argument is. And so when I thought that I identified it, I underlined it and highlighted it in pink to really draw my eye to it when I went back to review my notes. So this is just an example of annotation. Again, yours can look a little bit different, but this gives you an idea of what one page of text might look like when you're done with it. Thank you so much for watching the video. We've got other informational videos for you available on our Canvas site. We hope you'll connect with us. You can find us here, the Writing and Reading Success Center Canvas page. Thank you and be well.